Hey there, it's Dr. Crypto here, and I hope everybody is doing well and having a great time enjoying those green days, because have the meme coins been pumping? They certainly have, because obviously we've seen Pepe pumping, Dog with Hat pumping, Bonk pumping. Obviously we've got Bitcoin pumping, and Bitcoin getting close to that. Is that local resistance? Is it that like local top? Is it? Because everybody, I've noticed in the market, is starting to becoming a little bit fearful, because we're sort of getting to that top bit now. Are we going to pull back, or are we going to suddenly surge to the upside to new territory? Well, obviously, hopefully, let's see what happens today, because will BlackRock be buying more Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin, as we know, is starting to dwindle on the OTC market, which is over the counter market. So where are they going to go to? Well, I'll get into that in a little while. So like I said, we're going to cover a bit of the crypto market in general, and we'll get into crypto.com, because I don't know, there's something happening in crypto.com, some new partnership, and obviously for CRO Kronos, we're sort of getting up to that little bit of a resistance, but we're absolutely been flying at the moment, and mega bullish on crypto.com, as you already know from the previous videos. But we can see at the moment we've got Bitcoin sitting at $66,787, sitting now at a market cap of 1.3 trillion, and then we've got right up here this market cap here of $2.41 trillion for the whole market cap. And we can see Bitcoin at the moment, it had that lovely little wick down to there and basically shot back up, because people always say to me, like, if you're a leverage trader or a trader in general, day trader, when you're in a bull market, never short it. Because obviously you end up things like this, you end up getting wicked out, and it's just not worth it in my eye. That's why I've always just stayed as that, focused on that long-term trading, do a little bit of charting now and again, but generally look at the fundamentals behind everything, and just go like that. That's how I make my money. But you can see here we've come up to a bit of support here at 66,380. Now I want to bear that in mind. I'm not going to go through all the charts on this, but if you look at the previous bull market, you've always seen like 20% corrections and such like that. So are we heading for that 20% correction, so to say? Well, no doubt that's going to time and tell. But like I said, I did that wedge, we broke to the upside, we're testing a bit of support now. I thought we might have come down a little bit, to be honest with you. It was getting close call, but no, we pumped up, because we can see here at the moment BlackRock plans to buy Bitcoin ETFs to put into their own strategic fund specializing preservation of capital. So what that basically means is they're going to be buying more Bitcoin. But like I also said, well, we can look at, if I get it on here, we could get it here, that actually the supply over the counter is diminishing. It's actually disappearing, which is, what does that mean then? That means, well, obviously they're going to have to go to the spot exchanges to actually buy more Bitcoin. And obviously what's going to happen to that is it's going to push the price up, because we can see here we've got basically the inflows coming in at the moment. It's really positive. We've got BlackRock, 420 Bitcoin was bought by them, and then obviously we've got all the others as well. So it's all positive in terms of inflows. We're not really seeing any outflows or anything like that. We can see how it's climbing. The Bitcoin spot to total accumulation flow, it's just skyrocketed. And it's like I said, you just have to look at when the gold got its ETF. Look what happened to that. It went up thousands of percent over time. I'm not going to say it's going to go over 5% in the next few years, but that went over quite a long time. But but obviously we've got the Bitcoin ETF flows coming in as well. We've also got stream greed, because obviously, like I said, we've seen like Pepe and we've got like Shiba Inu, and we've got Dog with Hat, Bonk, all pumping to their all-time high and beyond. So a lot of euphoria, and obviously a lot of people who bought Bitcoin down at $15,000 are sort of getting really euphoric. But also there's a little bit, like I said, there's a little bit of nervousness coming into the market too at the moment. But obviously we can see here too, and we're still actually coming into the new hodl mode. We're coming out of the still accumulation, then we went still cheap, and now we're in that hodl mode at the moment. We're just starting to nip into that on the rainbow chart. So without further ado, let's get into CRO and crypto.com. Well, Crypto.com and Kronos never ever fails me. So when I was fast asleep last night, what did CRO go and do? It had a magnificent fat pump. And that's what I mean. So, congratulations, like I said, always, congratulations to the people who bought in the bear market when everything was fearful. When we see these green days, these green candles, like where we are in the bull market right now, and we see CRO making moves, it's well deserved to those people who basically stuck it all out in the bear market through all the FUD and all that horridness that we went on there. It was a terrible bear market, and we've come out shining on the other end. The light of the tunnel is we've come out of that tunnel now, and we're now into that beautiful daylight, and where we're seeing these green candles. But obviously there's always risks, there's always pullbacks if Bitcoin pulls back and such like. We could sort of erase a lot of these potential gains if you're a trader. But overall CRO is looking mega strong. But like I said, we had that 30% pump, and I tweeted the other day that we'll get in this W formation, and we got that W formation, which basically helped in a way to pump up to the upside. And obviously there's news happening. Is there somebody that knows something that we do not know? Well, I'll get into that in a little while. But obviously we pumped up to that 30%, and we're basically come back down because Bitcoin sort of did have that wick down, didn't it, to around about close to that $65,000 mark. So obviously that pulled back CRO as well. But we could see our CRO on the Bitcoin as well. Look at that. We're looking majorly strong here. We came up to that bit of resistance here. We've come down and just chopping sideways. So we're up around about 15% in terms of the CRO and Bitcoin pair. But looking at CRO at the moment, it's looking fairly strong. We're just chopping sideways at the moment. But we can also see on the, this is on the 5-day, we can see here we broke that downward trend here. We broke that downward trend, and you can see here where we were in the bear market, we're in that accumulation zone, and we made that beautiful move up. We've sort of been chopping sideways really, and now we're starting to make some significant moves to the upside. And we've basically just skimmed around about the 17, 18 pence mark, and now we've suddenly come down a bit. We're still in that area of resistance. Now, if we could break that, and I said in the video, if we could break that, our next resistance area is around about that 25, 26, 27 pence mark. But once we can break that, there is nothing there stopping us to getting that 48, 49, 50 pence mark. So yeah, so break this resistance, break that resistance, and we're straight up and flying, absolutely bullish. And obviously, if you've been accumulating down there, you've been making some nice gains around about, if you've been accumulating around that way, it says here we're up around about 266%, so you aren't doing too bad at all. And then obviously we get into these kind of regions, like this 50 pence kind of region. Once we can break 25, 27 and break where we are now, and we get to that rate, people are going to make a lot of money in that. And maybe some people will be getting fearful, and maybe we'll start to take some profits, which I don't blame them. But for me, I'm just holding on, because I really do think we're at the start of this bull market, early stage of the bull market. Obviously, we could pull back at any point if Bitcoin does something we don't really like. But we can see CRO is on the bubbles here at the moment. So yeah, looking all good. And then also, don't forget, we've got today, I think today it is, we're delighted to announce Chris, the co-founder and CEO, will be speaking on the Converge Crypto Traderify. So that's going to be in Japan. That's obviously going to be a big catalyst, because obviously it's going to bring exposure to crypto.com. It's also bringing exposure to crypto in general, but also it could well mean it could bring exposure to the CRO coin as well, because there'll be lots of delegates sitting there who are thinking are not really up to scratch in terms of crypto. See crypto.com, and then the next thing they see is CRO. So could that be a little bit of a market mover for CRO again? Well, obviously time will tell on that. And I mean, obviously more partnerships are coming down the route. We've got Eric is on the way to Korea, obviously, to meet partners and stakeholders. So, is there something coming down the line, or down that tube, we should say, in terms of getting a Korean license? And then don't forget, if we can get that Hong Kong license as well, that is going to be mega bullish. if we could get that Hong Kong one, that's going to be a big catalyst to get us through some of that resistance. But obviously, is something on the tables in Korea? Well, obviously, time will tell that. There's not much detail at the moment. No doubt, at some point in the coming days or the coming weeks, we'll find out more news of what's actually happening in Korea in terms of partnerships. Is there going to be licenses? And obviously, all this is going to be mega bullish for for the CRO, the Crow fam, and anybody else who's invested in CRO as well. But we can see here, if we go back here, Eric's also, if you're a loaded lines as well, promises and delivered. That's the thing with Crypto.com. In the bear market, they said, this is what's going to happen, X, Y, and Z. And they've kept to their word, and they have done it. And then we've also got new perks coming out. He says, they've promised, delivered huge value add across the Crypto.com ecosystem for all loaded lines holders. And it may, your exclusive rewards benefits are here. All loaded lines holders get automatic upgrades to the next reward plus tier and enjoy greater earn bonuses up to 10%. And obviously, if you click on this, and up to 8% back in Crow and Crypto.com Visa spend refer boosters for up to 4x, trading fees, rebates, and you can get just basically you can go and activate your rewards on here, and you can learn more if you come to their Twitter space. So overall, looking mega bullish for Crypto.com and CRO, but also mega bullish on Bitcoin and the crypto market in general. Also, like I say, always prepare. There will be pullbacks. It's not always green candles. We will get red candles at some point as well. But the trend is up. The trend is your friend until the very end. So, like I say, never put more money you're willing to lose. When I built my stack, it was all through surplus money that I had to spare on the side. So if I ever lost it, if it went to zero, it's not going to impact me in terms of an investor. But that's why it's an investment, because you don't put money in that you need to pay your bills or your mortgage or whatever. But anyway, enough of that boring stuff. It's all mega bullish. I'm supersonic bullish. I've always have been on Crypto.com and CRO, and we've got a long way to go in this bear market. But like in the bull market, bear market, in the bull market. So yeah, I'm really super hyped. I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care and happy trading.